to Smile Healing Institute channel. Today's topic is ignite your unstoppable force. Right now, in this very moment, there is a force building inside you. Can you feel it? It's been there all along, waiting for you to recognize it, waiting for you to claim it, waiting for you to unleash it upon the world. This force does not ask for permission. It does not wait for the perfect moment. It does not need ideal condition. This force is unstoppable when you decide to ignite it. My folks, you're not here to live a life of quiet desperation. You're not here to settle for mediocrity. You're not here to wonder what if. You are here to become a force of nature. For next few span of minutes, we are going to do something that will change everything. We are going to ignite the unstoppable force that lives within you. We are going to turn up the volume of your inner power. We are going to activate the part of you that refuses to quit, refuses to settle, refuses to accept anything less than extraordinary. But I need you to understand something right from the start. This is not about motivation. Motivation fades. This is not about inspiration. Inspiration is also a temporary, let us say, okay, for time being. This is about activation. This is about awakening a force so powerful that it becomes your new operating system. Are you ready? Because once we ignite this force, there is no going back to who you used to be. Once you taste what it feels like to be unstoppable, you will never feel to settle for stoppable again. The anatomy of unstoppable. Let me ask you something. What makes someone unstoppable? What separates the people who achieve their dreams from those who just dream? What's the difference between those who break through and those who break down? It's not talent. The world is full of talented people who never achieve anything significant. It's not intelligence. History is literated with brilliant minds who died unknown. It's not even an opportunity. Opportunities are everywhere. But most people can't see them or won't take them. The difference is force, not physical force, internal force. The kind of force that comes from absolute certainty with conviction about who you are and what you are here to do. The kind of force that transforms obstacles into stepping stones. The kind of force that turns setbacks into comebacks. Unstoppable people have three characteristics that separate them from everyone else. First, they have unshakable identity. They stick to one aspect, one identity. They know who they are at their core. They're not trying to be someone else. They're not comparing themselves to others. They're not seeking approval or validation. They know their worth. They know their power. And they know their purpose. When Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team, did he question his identity as a basketball player? No. He used it as a fuel. When Oprah Winfrey was told she was unfit for television, did she change her identity? No. She doubled down on who she knew she was. Your identity is not determined by your current circumstances. Your identity is not determined by other people's opinion. Your identity is not determined by your past failures. Your identity is determined by you. Second, unstoppable people have relentless standards. They don't just have goals. They don't just have dreams. They have standards they will never compromise. They have lines they will not cross. They have a level of excellence they demand from themselves. regardless of what anyone else is doing or expressing. Standards are different from goals. Goals are something you hope to achieve. Standards are something you must achieve. Goals are negotiable. Standards are non-negotiable. Goals are external. Standards are internal. When you raise your standards, you automatically raise your life. And the dreams, what you dream, is unimaginable. When you refuse to accept anything less than your best, you automatically become your best. When you make excellence a requirement, not a preference, you become unstoppable. Third, unstoppable people have infinite resourcefulness. They don't focus on what they don't have, they focus on what they can create. They don't make excuses, they make progress. They don't wait for conditions to be perfect, they make conditions work for them. Resourcefulness is not about having resources, it's about being resourceful. It's about finding a way when there seems to be no way. It's about creating solutions when you only see problems. It's about seeing opportunities where others sees obstacles. The unstoppable force within you does not need perfect conditions. It does not need unlimited resources. It does not need everyone's approval. All it needs is you to decide that failure is not an option, that quitting is not in your vocabulary, that stopping is simply not something you do. Breaking through the wall of resistance. Now, here what exactly happens. When you start to become unstoppable, the world will test you. Life will challenge you. Resistance will show up in ways you never expected. Resistance is not your enemy. Resistance is your teacher. Resistance is what separates the pretenders from the contenders. Resistance is what forges unstoppable people. Every single person who has ever achieved anything meaningful has faced the wall of resistance. The question is not whether you'll face it. The question is, what will you do when you hit it? Most people hit the wall and turn around. They see the obstacles and assume it's a stop sign. They say or express why unnecessary it is required. They encounter resistance and interpret it as a message to quit. They face challenges and decide they are not meant to succeed. But unstoppable people see resistance differently. They see it as confirmation that they are on the right path. They see it as evidence that what they are doing matters. They see it as a universe way of asking, how badly do you want this? Let me tell you about the wall. Everyone has one. It's that moment when everything seems to go wrong, when the obstacle seems insurmountable, when the voice in your head says, maybe this is not for you. Maybe you should quit. Maybe you should settle. The wall is not there to stop you. The wall is there to stop everyone else. The wall is there to test your commitment. The wall is there to separate those who want it from those who need it. When Thomas Edison was working on the light bulb, he failed over 1,000 times. When asked about it, he said, I didn't fail 1,000 times. I found 1,000 ways that didn't work. That's how unstoppable people think. They don't see failures. They see feedback. They don't see problems. They see progress. When Colonel Sanders was trying to franchise his chicken recipe, he was rejected 1,009 times. 1,009 times. Okay. Most people would have quit after 10 rejections, maybe 100 rejections, but he kept going because he understood something that most people don't. Every no was bringing him closer to yes. Here is what you need to understand about resistance. It's not personal, it's not permanent, and it's not a reflection of your worth or your potential. Resistance is simply the price you pay for playing a bigger game. When you encounter resistance, don't ask, why me? Ask, what this teaching me? Don't ask, how can I avoid this? Ask, how can I use this? Don't ask, when will this end? Ask, how is this making me stronger? How is this helping me? How can I add value to this? The unstoppable force within you goes stronger with every challenge you face. It becomes more powerful with every obstacle you overcome. It becomes more resilient with every setback you transform into a comeback. The power source connecting to your why. Now, let's talk about what fuels the unstoppable force. Let's talk about the engine that keeps you going when everything else tells you to stop. Let's talk about why. Your why is not your goal. Your why is not what you want. Your why is the reason behind the reason. Your why is the emotional core that drives everything you do. Your why is what makes you unstoppable when everything else makes you want to quit. Most people have weak whys. They want to lose weight because they think they should. They want to make more money because everyone else is doing it. They want to start a business because it sounds cool. These are not whys. These are wishes. An unstoppable why is different. It's connected to something deeper than personal gain. It's connected to something bigger than individual achievement. It's connected to contribution, to significance, to leaving a legacy. When your why is strong enough, the how becomes irrelevant. When your why is powerful enough, authentic enough, obstacles becomes irrelevant. When your why is compelling enough, excuses becomes impossible. Let me share some examples of unstoppable whys. A single mother works 3 jobs, not because she loves the work, but because she is determined to give her children opportunities she never had. Her why makes her unstoppable. An entrepreneur starts a business not for the money, but to solve a problem that's been frustrating him or her for years. His or her why makes them or makes to individual a very unstoppable factor. An athlete trains at 5 a.m. every day, not because it's not fun or it's fun, but because she wants or he wants to inspire young girls or young boys to believe they can achieve anything. Their whys makes them unstoppable. What's your why? Not the surface reason, not the logical reason, the emotional reason, the authentic reason, the reason that makes you cry, the reason that makes you angry, the reason that makes you love, the reason that makes you feel like you have no choice but to succeed, the reason that makes you feel, come what me. Your why might be about your family. It might be about proving something to yourself. It might be about making a difference in the world. It might be about honoring someone who believed in you, who trusted in you, who waited for patience in you. It might be about overcoming something that happened to you. Whenever it is, it needs to be so strong that when you think about it, you feel certainty, confidence with conviction in your veins. You feel electricity flowing in your veins. It needs to be so powerful that when you connect with it, everything else becomes secondary. It needs to be so compelling that failure is not just unlikely, it's impossible. Here is how you find your unstoppable why. Ask yourself these questions and answer them with brutal honesty. What would happen if you don't achieve your goals? Who would be affected? What opportunities would be lost? What regrets would you have? What would happen if you do achieve your goals? Who would benefit? What would become possible? What legacy would you leave? If you knew you only had 1 year left to live, what would you absolutely have to accomplish? What would you regret not trying? Your answers to these questions will relieve or reveal your true why. And when you connect with it, when you feel it in every cell of your body, you become unstoppable. Momentum, the unstoppable force in motion. Now that we have connected with your why, let's talk about momentum. Because an unstoppable force is not just powerful, it's in constant motion. It's building, growing, accelerating, gathering strength with every action. Momentum is the difference between trying and succeeding. Momentum is what transforms good intentions into great results. Momentum is about what makes the impossible inevitable. But here is what most people don't understand about momentum. It's not something that happens to you. It's something you create. It's not something you wait for. It's something you generate. It's not something you find. It's something you build. Momentum starts with one decision, one action, one step. It does not start with a perfect plan. It does not start with ideal conditions. It does not start with complete clarity. It starts with a movement. The law of momentum says object in motion tends to stay in motion. Object at rest tends to stay at rest. The question is, which one are you? Are you in motion or at rest? Are you building momentum or waiting for it? Here is how you build unstoppable momentum. Start before you are ready. Most people wait until they feel ready. But readiness is not a feeling. Readiness is a choice. You become ready by starting. You become prepared by taking action. You become qualified by doing the work. Take imperfect action. Perfect action is paralysis in disguise. Imperfect action is progress in motion. Done is better than perfect. Started is better than stuck. Moving is better than planning. Celebrate small wins. Every step forward deserves recognition. Every improvement deserves celebration. Every bit of progress deserves acknowledgement. What you acknowledge grows. What you celebrate expands. Stack your actions. Don't just take one action and wait to see what happens. Take action, then take another action, then another. Chain your actions together, link your efforts, build on your progress. Increase your frequency. Don't just do something once in a while. Do it consistently. Don't just work on your goals occasionally. Work on them daily. Don't just think about your dreams sometimes. Think about them constantly. Momentum has a compounding effect. The more you build, the easier it becomes to build more. The faster you move, the easier it becomes to move faster. The more unstoppable you become, the more unstoppable you feel. But momentum has also enemies. Hesitation kills momentum. Overthinking kills momentum. Perfectionism kills momentum. Comparison kills momentum. Distraction kills momentum. The unstoppable force within you does not hesitate. It does not overthink. It does not seek perfection. It does not compare. It does not get distracted. It simply moves. It simply acts. It simply executes. The unstoppable mindset. Let's talk about the mental game. Because being unstoppable, it's not just about what you do, it's about how you think. It's about the conversation you have within yourself. It's about the story you tell yourself about who you are and what's possible. The unstoppable mindset has several core beliefs. Everything happens for me, not to me. Unstoppable people don't see themselves as victims of circumstances. They see themselves as beneficiaries of experience. Every challenge is a gift. Every obstacle is an opportunity. Every setback is a setup for comeback. Always affirm, I'm the author of my own story. Unstoppable people don't let others write their story. They don't let circumstances dictate their destiny. They don't let their past determine their future. They take full 100% responsibility for their life and their results. They always have a way. There always a way. There is always a way. Unstoppable people don't focus on why something cannot be done. They focus on how it can be done. They don't accept limitations as facts. They see limitations as challenges to overcome. I get stronger with every challenge. Unstoppable people don't avoid difficulties, they embrace them. They don't run from problems, they run towards them. They understand that strength comes from resistance, not from comfort. My potential is unlimited. Unstoppable people don't put ceilings on their possibilities. They don't accept other people's limitations as their own. They don't let past performance predict future potential. But here is the thing about mindset. It's not about something you develop once and then you are done. It's something you must cultivate daily. It's something you must practice constantly. It's something you must guard vigilantly. Every day your mindset is under attack. The news attacks it with negativity. Other people attack it with their limitation. Your own past attacks it with memories of failure. Your fears attack it with worst case scenarios. That's why unstoppable people have mental disciplines. They feed their mind with the right content. They surround themselves with the right people. They ask themselves the right questions. They tell themselves the right stories. What are you feeding your mind? What are you watching? What are you reading? What are you listening to? What are you focusing on? Is it making you stronger or weaker? Is it making you more confident or more fearful? Is it making you more unstoppable or more stoppable? Your mindset is your most valuable asset. Protect it, develop it, strengthen it, because everything else flows from it. Your actions flow from your mindset. Your results flow from your actions. Your life flows from your results. The unstoppable force within you is not just about physical action, it's about mental strength. It's about emotional resilience. It's about spiritual certainty. It's about confidence with conviction. It's about becoming unshakable at your core. Becoming the force. We have talked about the anatomy of unstoppable. We have talked about breaking through resistance. We have talked about connecting to your why. We have talked about building momentum. We have talked about developing the mindset. Now it's a time for final peace. It's time to become the force, not just to have force, not just to use force, but to be the force, to embody it, to live it, to breathe it, to breathe it. When you become the force, you don't just take actions. You are actions. You don't just have energy. You are energy. You don't just create results. You are results. This is not about changing what you do. This is about changing who you are. This is not about acting unstoppable. This is about being unstoppable. Here is what happens when you become the force. People feel your energy before you speak. Your presence alone inspires others. Your confidence with conviction becomes contagious. Your certainty becomes magnetic. Your passion becomes irresistible. Opportunities start showing up that you never expected. The right people starts appearing in your life. Resources start flowing to you. Doors start opening that were previously closed. You stop hoping things that will work out or not. You start knowing they will. You stop trying to be successful. You start being successful. You stop pursuing your dreams. You start living them. But becoming the force requires one final commitment. It requires you to let go of who you used to be. It requires you to shed your or shed down your old identity like a snake sheds its skin. It requires you to die to your former self so your unstoppable self can be born. This is not comfortable. This is not easy. This is not very convenient. But this is necessary because you cannot become unstoppable while holding on to the person who was stoppable. Right now, in this moment, you have a choice. You can go back to who you were before this conversation or before this listening to up. You can return to your old patterns, your old habits, your old limitations. You can choose to remain unstoppable or stoppable. The choice is yours. Or you can choose to ignite the unstoppable force within you. You can choose to step into your power. You can choose to become who you were always meant to be. The force is not something you need to find. It's something you need to unleash. It's not something you need to develop. It's something you need to activate. It's not something you need to become. It's something you already are. The unstoppable force has been waiting for this moment. It's been waiting for you to recognize it. It's been waiting for you to claim it. It's been waiting for you to become it. Your time is now. Your moment is here. Your force is awakened. What will you do with this unstoppable power? How will you use this incredible force? What will you create? What will you achieve? What will you become? The world is waiting for your force. The world needs your energy. The world is ready for what you have to offer. And so are you. Ignite your force, unleash your power, become unstoppable. The time for holding back is over. The time for playing small is finished and completed. The time for being stoppable is done. You are a force of nature. Act like it. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.